to intervene, seek offense, and create no room for alternative views.
There is a question trending in the Liberian social media about popular radio talk show host Henry Costa, a fierce critic of President George Weah's government, who admits accepting $5,000 in 2018 to promote government policy. Costa says he is a businessman and not a journalist. But in its editorial, the Bush Chicken publication asks, how does accepting money from President Weah fits into Costa's argument that the president is corrupt when he, Costa, is also benefiting from President Weah's alleged corruption? Costa says the $5,000 was a gift and not a bribe. Besides, he says he accepted the money long before what he calls the Weah government's many alleged incidences of glaring corruption.
I had gone home to visit, and on my way back to the U.S. on that day, the president called me and said he was sending his special aid to me with a small travel token. And the special aid came to me, Sekou Kalatsko Damaro, and presented to me an envelope. When I opened it, and he said it was $5,000. This was the president's little way of saying, travel well, my friend. I accepted the token because it was not a bribe, it was a gift. And I am not a journalist. I am a political commentator. This is what
Liberia as a developing country and power or electricity being one of the binding constraints on our economy and making sure that there is sustainability in the electricity sector of our country so that people who have access without theft, and considering the need that this government must be responsible to make sure that it sets into place actions that will deter people from stealing power and going without punishment. And considering the urgency thereof, I move, if I can be seconded, that this bill from the Liberian Senate be concurred with and sent to the executive for prompt action.
So second, unless you want to make this house to be a 4G house. Order. No order. We send this instrument to committee room to advise all. If the committee is not ready, no need for us to use the case of 4G situation on this bill. We are still here. My arrogance is that
should seek the truth and report it. This has been primary rule that many of you are dutiful to follow. And as a result of this, you are receiving your accolades tonight. Yes, there are those who have deliberately opted to disregard every laid down rules of professional and ethical journalism. In your effort at self-regulation, there must be consequences for those. Wake up for your sleep. My sister, too long, we've been in our sleep.
Welcome to Sky Morning Live and Sky 107.1 here Monday to Thursday, 7:30 to 9 o'clock. We sincerely apologize for coming out this morning due to pressing issues beyond our control, but we always want to serve you breakfast, and that's why we forced you to come and serve you breakfast this morning. It is good to be here as always. Welcome. Yesterday, if you followed the program, if you follow Sky Communications Liberia Facebook page, we were the first media institution, by the way, covering the drug bust there in somewhere in Sion Town behind the GDK Motors area there. We followed that exercise. Yes, I was there live with the Director General of the Drug Enforcement Agency, Colonel Abraham Kroma, former one of the Republic of Liberia. But I don't know whether you've heard why the search for job continues and several people from different political arrangements continue to talk about jobs and all of that. People advocating there's a man who many people may not be that he took action on his and he is a revolutionary. He is an action-driven person. He comes from the economic freedom party of Liberia. That's Emmanuel Gombe. Emmanuel Gombe did not disrespectfully reject his appointment, his nomination by the president. However, Mr. President, according to the arrangement, the position that he's given me should have gone to the chairman of our party or someone else in our organization. Therefore, I would wish that a person take this position while I wait for not get anything from our what we upon the good job. Starting out. Exactly 1 month in office. What can you say about his 1 month stewardship? Is there something? Has he made some strides? Has he accomplished anything in your own understanding? That's the question we're going to be looking at in the first section of the program. And we'll come back after the break after the VOA and go into other issues. For us, you can come in and drop off we form a group and we'll contact the commander-in-chief or the president of the economic freedom fighters of Liberia to speak to us about his decision to call on the president or plead with the president with this transfer his nomination to another person who's part of the same party. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the program Sky Morning Live on Sky 107.1. We're here Monday to Thursday, 7:30 to 9 o'clock. So yesterday, by the way, as I mentioned in the intro, the Director General of the Drug Enforcement Agency, Colonel Abraham Kromah, we say Colonel because he used to be in the Liberian National Police, and that rank, I don't think, he never died. So yes, the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency, Colonel Abraham Kromah, was in Sion Town yesterday. And we also followed that exercise. I, interacted with several community residents, and in fact, my colleague and I, Yugbine Masale, we were there, and we took off time to even, in fact, we were given an opportunity to stream live from the home of the drug peddlers, of the guys who are doing manufacturing of the substances. Yesterday, for the first time, I saw this most talked about substance that is destroying young people, Cooch. All right, I saw Cooch, in huge quantity. I saw for the first time cocaine as well. I saw for the first time Italian white or marijuana is everywhere. That I've seen that many times. Okay, but there are other chemicals and other things that the guys have there. That they had yesterday that they would do, according to the information, they use that to mix the kush and mix it with other things and produce certain drugs that would be strong enough for the people to enjoy it, the guys who take it to enjoy it. But while they're enjoying it, they are also destroying themselves. They're destroying the society. They are harming the society in so many ways. So appointing Abraham Kromah as head of the DEA, many people in that environment, in fact, while the exercise was going on yesterday, many people in that environment heralded him, and they were screaming, "We want AB, we want AB," and in their numbers. For some reason best known to themselves. Obviously, it's because I think it is for the very first time in their environment seeing that someone who had lived in that environment peacefully without troubling them. The only thing that they've seen, according to them, they've seen this guy environment always crowded with lots of men. They come in their numbers, they assemble there, and so it's something that they have seen many times. But yesterday, it was shocking to them to see that this guy, uh, why it's true that he's hiding behind the scene, that is behind, there's this covering. His auto parks big business is a small screen to his drug business. So basically, there's a screen he's providing in the public that people should not see what's going on behind the screen. So that screen is the auto parts business. So this guy called Original Japan. Original Japan is the guy who in whose compound, it is in whose compound that the drug was discovered. But Original Japan denied any involvement with drug business. He says he's a legal businessman. In fact, he even has a container in a port with like about 2 or 3 cars in it. He's been broke lately. He's been struggling, hustling to get money to free that container from the port. He said people that were arrested with the drugs are those maybe who are renting in his premises. But one thing that was also shocking, though, we saw citizen ID card with this guy. We witnessed that. We saw voter ID card. When we asked him how did he get them, in fact, not just the voter ID and the citizen ID cards, there were other things with him, such as various passports. If you ask him for ancient passports, he has passport for different countries around the world. He has a Liberian passport. He has an American, no, I didn't say an American passport, but he has various Nigerian passport and so on. So then he claimed that he's a Liberian citizen. He's a naturalized Liberian citizen. Yesterday, I was having a conversation. I hope Mr. Abraham Kromah can, consider doing this. Yesterday, I had a conversation with the high-profile individual in the immigration. He said, I think what Abraham needs to do, instead of just taking these guys to court, what Abraham needs to do is that these guys need to, in fact, the guy who's claiming that he is a Liberian citizen by naturalization, he should be the LIS should be communicated to. All right. Right now, the LDEA should write a communication to the LIS seeking information on the citizenship of this individual, Original Japan. About nine or 10 persons were arrested, 2 females and males. All right. The quantity is placed at $5 million. 10 Liberian dollars. Yeah. Not too clear with the figure at the moment, but it's $5 million Liberian dollars. That's to the best of my knowledge. But the bottom line is this exercise for me is one of the most transparent drug raids in our country that I have witnessed. All right. As a young journalist. So we were given the opportunity to bring it live, to interact with these guys. In fact, we went to New Crew Town at the sub office of the Drug Enforcement Agency where their particulars were taken and later forwarded to court. I don't know how it ended now, but the most important thing is that this exercise has started and is going to lead to a change. Let me take a few calls from you folks. This is the fight against drugs. Now, the support that the community residents gave to the Drug Enforcement Agency yesterday, would your community do same? And that community has a football field right there, right in front. Original Japan's compound is a football field. It's behind the GBK Motors. That's Sayan Town, specifically. Yes. So let's have a conversation. How would your community support the Drug Enforcement Agency? What do you make of the exercise yesterday? What do you think about the fight against drugs? Can we ever succeed? Can we ever make it? Can we ever accomplish anything in a fight against drugs? Let's hear you. Call us on those numbers. 0777 We have just a few minutes to go on this first segment of the program. 0777. That's 0777 0777 221 are the numbers you can call us and participate on the program this morning. And at 8 o'clock, we're going to continue more with the conversation, but at the same time, we're going to be speaking to the president of the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia, Mr. Emmanuel Gongwe, who's saying, well, I am a father, so it's better let my children or my family eat before I eat. if these guys cannot get what we all settled down for, it's needless for me to get something at the moment, and that will bring some complacency, and I may not have the time to advocate for them. So let's have a conversation. Join us on those lines. Let's talk about it. You know, the issue of the drug yesterday. You imagine Mr. Kroma appeared, all right, on 50-50. Immediately he left. It didn't take even a few hours, and he got a tip off, and that's how we were contacted to join in with his convoy, and we went there. We brought it live, but I think that sometimes you want to involve the community. The most important thing for me, you want to involve the community. You want to involve the community. I say that to say that when the community people are involved, we have this person. Good morning. All right. So yes. So we want to get involved. We get involved as citizens. Once we get involved in assisting the drug enforcement agency, in the fight against drugs, I think it's going to assist us in so many ways. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You're live. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Thanks good man for his effort. And I think all of the communities are waiting to hear from him. But I had a bit of resignation. We're being told that he abandoned the DC head office because the place out is filthy. If that statement is true, then we advise him to please try to return there because his presence is to elevate and bring relief to the people. The day that is in the Tiama area there is not just brought there by the community. BEA attracted a lot of those people, and they were there, they brought that drug in there. For you, Emmanuel is office and looking for a police officer.
Okay.
So we advise you to go there and you show that his presence will have to bring the people of Tiama to the office because the place is still. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're going to continue on this after the Voice of America, 5 minutes of news. We'll be right back after this break.
During his October 7th raid on southern Israel, Israeli police say 3 Palestinian gunmen opened fire on the road near a checkpoint in the Israeli-occupied West Bank, killing 1 Israeli and wounding at least 8. Police said officers shot dead 2 gunmen and wounded a 3rd. The U.S. military said it carried out 4 airstrikes Wednesday targeting anti-ship cruise missiles located in Houthi-controlled areas of Yemen. U.S. Central Command said the strikes hit 7 mobile cruise missiles and a missile launcher that were ready to launch toward the Red Sea. The strikes were carried out in response to what CENTCOM called an imminent threat to merchant vessels and to the U.S. Navy ships in the region. Houthi militants have conducted dozens of attacks since November, disrupting the key Red Sea shipping route. Many shipping companies have opted to avoid the area, taking the longer and more expensive route of sending ships around Africa. The Houthis have said they are acting in solidarity with the Palestinians amid the war in Gaza. Join VOA's Flashpoint Global Crises as we delve into the heart of the world's most pressing conflicts and crises, from the Israel-Hamas war to the Russia-Ukraine war. This is VOA News. An online leak has opened a rare window into China's widespread state surveillance program. AP correspondent Ben Thomas explains.
Chinese police are investigating an online dump of documents from a private security contractor, iSoon, linked to China's government, including its powerful Ministry of Public Security. The trove catalogs apparent hacking activity and tools employed to spy on both Chinese and foreigners. Among the apparent targets are ethnicities and dissidents in parts of China that have seen significant anti-government protests, like Hong Kong and Xinjiang, the heavily Muslim region in the far west. The document reveals in detail methods used by China to surveil dissidents overseas, hack other nations, and promote pro-Beijing narratives on social media. I'm Ben Thomas.
A retired Roman Catholic bishop appeared in court in remote Western Australia on Thursday on charges of sexual offenses against children, including 2 counts of rape. A court spokesman declined to say whether Christopher Saunders had entered a plea. Western Australia police said child abuse squad detectives charged an unidentified 74-year-old man with 19 offenses, including 14 of unlawful and indecent assault and 3 of a person in authority indecently dealing with a child. Saunders retired in 2020 after the allegations emerged. A police investigation at the time found insufficient evidence to charge him. Pope Francis accepted his resignation in 2021. Saunders has previously denied any wrongdoing. Scientists have discovered new clues how Alzheimer's disease slowly and quietly ravages the brain long before any symptoms appear. AP correspondent Ed Donahue explains.
A new study offers a closer look at the domino-like sequence of brain changes that lead to Alzheimer's disease. A large study in China tracked middle-aged and older adults for 20 years, using regular brain scans, spinal taps, and other tests. People who eventually developed Alzheimer's had higher levels of an Alzheimer's-linked protein in their spinal fluid 18 years prior to diagnosis. Every few years after that, the study detected another so-called biomarker of brewing trouble. Scientists don't know exactly how Alzheimer's forms. An early sign is a sticky protein called beta amyloid, which over time builds up into brain-clogging plaques. It's not enough alone to damage memory, but abnormal tau protein that forms neuron-killing tangles is one of several co-conspirators. The findings have no practical implications yet, but it offers a timeline for how these abnormalities pile up. I'm Ed Donahue.
Follow us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at voanews.com, as well as on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter, and download our VOA News app. I'm Richard Green for VOA News.
Coming to you live. Number one. Ladies and gentlemen, so many people around, I don't know who loves me. I'm letting strangers in my house, but I don't know who hates me. You got some problems, but I get problems too. And where I am hated, to go there I don't let. So I give up, I surrender. Oh, I go shut up, I'm done and I will not do no more. So I give up, I surrender. Oh, yeah. Shut up, I'm done and I will not do no more. Oh, slow, go take on slow. YOLO, in this life, YOLO. Slow, go take on slow. YOLO, in this life, YOLO. I found in love and I almost lose my life. They get to call, but they one day for my back. Never the guy. When I day alright. I cannot let all this pain weigh me down. Please set me free, make I wear my own crown. I cannot let all this pain weigh me down. So I give up, I surrender. Oh, I go to shut up, I'm done and I will not do no more. So I give up, I surrender. Oh, yeah. Shut up, I'm done and I will not do no more. Oh, slow, go take out slow. YOLO, in this life, YOLO. One day for my back. Never the guy. When I day alone, I day alright. I cannot let all this pain weigh me down. Please set me free, make I wear my own crown. I cannot let all this pain weigh me down. So I give up, I surrender. Oh, I go shut up, I'm done and I will not do no more. So I give up, I surrender. Oh, yeah. Shut up, I'm done that I will not do no more. Slow, slow, go take up slow. YOLO, in this life, YOLO. Slow, slow, go take up slow. YOLO, in this life, YOLO.
You know, you listen to the artist, he started off by asking, there are too many people around me, I don't know who loves me. There are too many people in my environment, I don't know who wants me, who cares for me, who respects me, who feels my pain, who understands my sorrow, who wakes up in the morning thinking about me. Of course, Michael, we love you, we care about you, we respect you. And that's why we're saying happy birthday to you this morning. To Markia Bayo is our producer here. Mark is a versatile young journalist, and he has this passion to do better. I mean, you can tell from his tenacity, his dexterity to wake up every morning, come here, and do what is right. I mean, unlike some of these guys, when I came in this profession, I decided to stay away from a few things. More especially this jockey. I don't have patience to sit down. I love music. I don't have patience to sit down. I play for myself, right? I usually have my earpiece on. If you meet me sometime in the street, you see earpiece on. I always listen to music or listen to some motivational stuff. But these guys, Mike here, he plays music. He's a reporter. He's a producer. He's a newscaster. So he's a versatile man. And today is his birthday. In fact, he's seated behind the board right now. He's producing the program, Mike here. All I wish for you is that God, in his infinite mercy, should alter your path. Only he can alter your path. Only he can determine what you're going to become. While we may be fighting to catapult you to another level, but I believe if God decides for you, no one can change it. And happy birthday to you, son. I know that you don't drink alcohol. I know that you are not expensive, so buy you a bottle of soft drink is good for the day. And yeah, you don't drink alcohol. You don't do too much outing. And that's another discipline about this young guy that I admire so much. He and Mopolo don't drink. Yeah, good. So it's easy. I'll just call Julius. We'll take you guys somewhere. We'll sit down, buy you some extra juice, and yeah, and the day will be set. But that's it. Welcome back to the program, Sky Morning Live on Sky 107.1. We are here Monday to Thursday, 7:30 to 9. In fact, and Princess is the president of the Kekele Association of Sky FM. And you listen to the music. I get you, Kekele. She's the president of the Kekeles Association of Sky. She doesn't even drink soft drink. Even soft drink can get her drunk. But that's it. Welcome to the program, and Mark, your happy birthday, brother. So, I mean, we opened a line shortly. One person called and asked us to tell Abraham Kroma. In fact, he used the platform to recommend directly to Colonel Abraham Kroma that he's getting information, according to him, that the LDA in fact, the head of the DA is reneging from using their official office that is in FIAMA. And this is so because the office is dilapidated, and it needs some touching, it needs some refurbishing. And in fact, there's a huge dump site, very huge dump site around the LDA office. And that's why, according to him, they're not using it. And he's saying to Colonel Abraham Kroma that you are in this system to change it, to make it work. So it's better you go there, work from there, so that things can happen. This information is not verified, so we cannot vouch for the authenticity of the information. But that's his view. We cannot deny him of his opinion. And that, I mean, it seems to be a good recommendation, though, because I remember, I think a couple of days ago, T-Max also highlighted that. So yes, we talked about the issue of drug yesterday, and that drug raid was a very serious one. I witnessed that. I firsthand, I saw the way the drug peddlers will do everything to protect their drugs. There's a particular area where, the guy opened the kitchen. In the kitchen, they beneath the kitchen sink, you see that there's a little drawer or something, right? And you see that they sort of It has a door. So they put a plywood door or wooden door in a way that there's a hole in between the door. In that door, I don't know what some powder just came out of there. The guys busted, they pulled out the powder from that door. And these things are just there. If you look in the community, in that very environment, young people are being destroyed daily. And not just that area. Many areas in Liberia, many environments in our country today, many environments in our country today are affected, with drugs. And this is something that everyone needs to wrap their hands around the drug enforcement agency to support the fight. Give the DEA some intel, tell them that this is it. And the DEA too, we just pray that the drug enforcement agency can should I say protect or sort of provide this protection in a way that you protect the witnesses. That's the witness protection is important, because if that is not done, people are going to be afraid to wake up in the morning and pick up their phones and say, hey, Mr. DEA officer, this person in my community is doing drugs. This person in my environment is doing drugs. There is someone peddling drugs in this environment, because they think about giving information on drug dealers. It is risky. While you may be, providing the information to save the state, to save your community, to save the young people that are being affected by drugs, it is also important for you to understand, you as a person doing it, it is risky, because in an event where you contact an irresponsible or bribed LDA officer, giving him intel that there's this person doing drug in this environment, you are going to be putting your family at risk. These people, they come after you. They come after you sometimes, right? Except maybe here in Liberia, they some sort of afraid, but they come after you. Seriously speaking, they do. So it's important for you to all of us. Why I encourage community residents, why I encourage people all over to support this exercise, to support the call for support the drug enforcement agency in combating drugs in Liberia. I am also encouraging you that is willing to provide the information to the DA to consider your own security, to consider your safety. If you must do that, do it in a way that you will not notice. But don't be afraid, though, because I'm saying that you should be careful. I am encouraging all of us in our rural communities, if we notice that this person is doing this business, let's ensure that that person is reported and there's a raid conducted. Because like Mr. Ibrahim Krumah mentioned during his confirmation hearing, he's going to be going for the people who didn't, and not the boys in the ghettos that are sitting and so on. Well, some of them may be taken for some time and be kept in certain areas. But imagine the way original China's area, original Japan's area was attacked or was raided yesterday, and that action took place in that environment. It might be a bit difficult for you to see these guys coming back there to do business in that place very soon, because at the moment, from all indication, yesterday we were leaving from that place, we saw that the DA officers were assigned in that place. Some officers left there to provide surveillance in the environment. So it's going to take a long time, even if they should do so in the future, except the DA becomes lenient again in the fight against drugs. But as long as the DA continues to be, rigorous and reaching out to people, I think they are going to shy away. So once there is no one doing this business in this environment, you will see that some of these young people, they might end up dying from June. June is not the month. Listen to me. It's not the June, June. No, I am using June in the context of a drug addict. When a drug addict tells you that he's experiencing June, it is a feeling that comes after a substance that was taken is, reducing in the body. All right, take it that. Let me give you this analogy. How about we put it in this context that you are hungry? The craving that comes to you for food, that's what the drug addicts call June. That craving to go and take drug is June. they can do anything at that time to take in that substance. That's why you see a drug addict who has metamorphosed from just being an addict to a criminal. He will come and behave very nicely to you. But once that feeling, that urge comes to him, he does not have anything. He wouldn't mind trading that friendship for just one nut of whatever substance he takes. So if the people who are doing the business in that environment are no longer there, some of these boys, I've heard some of them. One guy that I made a friend with, who was also in the ghetto for many years, it's called Target. Target is now a clean man. Target works in one store on Mecklin Street. When I pass by, I see Target a lot of time. And so Target will tell you that sometimes if you do not get the substance, or if you are not in a medical facility to get treated, what happened to you is that you might end up dying. You will vomit, you will defecate on yourself, you may not be able to move, you feel weak, you feel miserable, because this is the urge you're getting at the moment. So I think the government too needs to put into place some measures in a way that, as Colonel Abraham Kromah and his team have embarked on this rigorous raid of drugs addicts, or not the addicts, but the peddlers, it is important for us to look at the situation. Let's read the pros and cons. When we raid the ghettos, when we raid the drug dealers, when we take away their substances, when we take them from business, when we jail them, when we prosecute them, they go to jail. After some time, the people who are taking the substance will not find way to get the substance again. That's where government should come in. These people need to be taken to a particular rehabilitation area so that they can get cleansed, some cleaning up of their system. It's going to take some time. It's a costly thing. It's expensive, I must tell you. But if we don't do that, I mean, these young people, some of them may just be walking someday and just fall and die. Because until you can interact with a drug addict, you will not understand, the severity of the picture I am painting about John, about the craving for drugs. All right? Until you can do that, you will not understand the severity of the craving for drugs in the addicts. So while we support the raids, while we support the exercise carried on by the Drug Enforcement Agency, which some of us, we believe, from the interaction yesterday with Colonel Abraham Kromah, I can safely say that with the support, with the necessary support given to the Drug Enforcement Agency, with the necessary support given to Colonel Abraham Kromah and his team, I am certain that we can bring certain tolerance, not tolerance, yeah. We can bring certain degree of sanity in our society in terms of drugs. Well, we may not. It is impossible. Don't get it wrong. It is very impossible for you to get rid of drugs entirely. Even the great United States. In fact, what are you talking about, the great United States? I mean, that's where, in fact, the guys do it. So you'll find these things going on everywhere around the world in many countries and so on. But every society can decide to approach the situation, the fight, in a different way. Every society, every nation, every people can decide to approach the fight from different angles. The way we approach it here will determine the result we get. And I think with this approach, the community people getting involved, informing the Drug Enforcement Agency that this is why, here is a fellow, this guy is here, he's doing this business, but I beg you, my Nemo, it happens to us in the media. People give us intel, people give us information that there's a guy in this environment, Matthias, this guy is a drug dealer. I think you guys need to come here. There's somebody just did something to somebody in my community. I want you guys to come. What do you think, Matthias? If you, my man, only thing, if you come, just know that I did not call you. That person who gave you the information may be standing right there. In fact, you even conduct interview with them as part of the people who are just standing in the crowd or maybe just watching the situation. Everybody will go there and just speak their mind on a particular subject and thing. By the end of the day, that person that gave you the information should never be disclosed. And I believe that the government of Liberia is going to help in this exercise, in this fight, because as the president, even the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency, all committed themselves to this drug test. It is a good move. It is a good move by the government to carry out such exercise. But you need to give the Drug Enforcement Agency more support, like the DA here said that he would so much appreciate where these people giving so much money. At least the least person in the Drug Enforcement Agency can earn like $400 United States dollars a month. For him to even mention $400 United States dollars a month, it tells you how low these guys are paid. How low these guys are paid. The minimum money, income they get from the Drug Enforcement Agency for the work they do. Imagine someone is going after a substance, a hot cake commodity, very hot commodity, and they are underpaid. If this guy went to a particular drug dealer and then he is being given information that this person is doing XYZ, and then the guy tells him, listen, you're paid $400. I'm giving you $5,000. Get out of here. What are you talking about? Get out of here. Go ahead and put your life in order. You got 4,000. You do you know how many 400s you need to get before you get 5,000? I'm giving you 5,000 in this, but get out of here. Think about it. Yeah, realistically, we humans, right? The human wants or needs are insatiable. There's no way you're going to sit down and you think that nobody wants better thing. And the Nigerian musician put it rightly. Who not like better thing? Everybody likes better thing. So the better thing that we all are seeking in this life, some people want to do it honestly. And that's the same way in the media. That's the same way in this profession, in this journalism profession. Many of us have done this thing, and we just want to come on this platform, on our various platforms, whatever platform that's giving us. We just want to go there in the morning or in the afternoon, in the evening, like I'll be on OK at 4 o'clock today on the Forest Hour. We just want to go there and say nothing but the truth. But while we're talking the truth, we're gapping, we're hungry, we're starving. We like better thing though, but the people that should be giving us the better thing, they're not doing it. So what do? Some of us will keep our focus and say one day there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Others will say, no, I'm not going to wait for that light. Who cares about light at the end of the tunnel? Let the light shine now. So therefore, I will do whatever I can for the light to shine. So they employ the Kekura Koto philosophy. Wherever I see the sun shining, that's where I'm going to hang my clothes so that it can shine on it and get dry sooner. Sometimes when you hang your cloth under some kind of blazing sun, before you get to know if the cloth it's not a kind of texture that you can use under the sun, it's going to fade. All right? It's going to fade quickly. So maybe you want to put it under little shade and it takes time to dry. And not many of us have patience to hang our cloth under shade to take time to dry. And this thing is not about clothes and sun. It's about life. It's about decisions we make. One man will be in that very DA. He's getting $400 or he's getting $200. He will never take bribe from a drug dealer. Another person is in that DA, even if they're making $5,000, they will still go and receive $1,000 because that is human. Our needs, our wants are insatiable. Let's have a conversation. But first, while we're doing that, while you're sending your calls to the number 07777 107 077 let's recognize some of you watching us live on our social media platform. We apologize. Sometimes I feel shame apologizing to you whenever we go offline, and most of our friends, like my big brother and my brother-in-law, Black Diamond, always want to be on the show. And he's watching us live. Say, good morning, Matthias. Next, thanks for the coverage yesterday. Next time, you guys, next time you guys should please wear masks for your health. Exactly. That's what I thought of yesterday. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Matthias.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to the program.
Oh, my name is James Collier from District Number 9, Mozzarella County.
Mr. Collier, welcome. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, Matthias. I listened to Evan Avi Kuman yesterday with T-Mac, and all your recommendations are welcoming. But what I want to tell you, Matthias, to get rid of these drugs addicts from the various community, you need to check the DEA. Because the present DEA, they know who all sells the drug. So we that live in the community will see them day and night. They will get a complaint. They will come back to us. And once they get to know that you carry a complaint, they will terrorize you, insult you, beat your family, jump over your horse, and your entire thing will leak. Because they say that you are the one that carry the complaint to the DA. So I want the DA, I want to recommend the DA to set that whistleblower act. Yes, the whistleblower act should be very protective because our community is polluted.
Okay, thanks for your contribution on the program.
Thank you very much, Mandara.
Thanks for your contribution. And Mark, yeah, let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning to you, Matthias, and good morning to the listening public of the platform.
Is that DJ Lemaire?
Recognition, my brother.
Yeah, DJ Lemaire, begin and stay yo. No, you're not out of the CDC men.
No. We're not.
Yeah, some CDC men here, they begin very disrespectful. Immediately, their government, their party won. 6 years, they didn't know friends.
That is true, but at least this is a change. This is a rescue mission. By the grace of God, all Liberians will be rescued.
Absolutely. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, let me say thank you to the platform this morning for the opportunity given me. And let me say, Mr. Krumah, you are working. You started working. And I know because I saw your performance from the Liberia National Police at 102 and see the figure that you have to run this drug all of Liberia. Even though it will not be captured completely, but it will be minimized.
Okay.
I hope it shouldn't be like Josephine David started when it started.
Oh, when Josephine started the inspection, eh?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
So we say, yeah. Oh, yeah, they will get it. I mean, I can't go with such a movie. But everything just went down.
All right.
So we hope and pray that this thing shouldn't be there. And one of the things here that let the government come up with this demolition of kettles in the community, my brother. Every community got a kettle.
Sometimes a ghetto, I mean, let's look at it from this context. Sometimes a ghetto is not a structure. Sometimes there's a mobile ghetto. You've not seen these boys. The guys, they have their substances, they're moving with it. They know their buyers. They go to them and they sell. So sometimes there's a mobile ghetto. So but I get your point anyway, sir. Let's bring in this other person here. Good morning. Big brother Adar Zonim.
Good morning, Matthias. Thanks for the recognition.
I'm taking him
from my comfort zone in Monrovia.
Okay.
This morning, listening to you put a goosebump on my thing. In that, when these things are happening and professionals are seated and listening, and you want to think, are they going the right way? Do they need advice? Do they need professional around them? Because it is threatening our society as much as some of us who have children that are coming up, especially in the tender age, troublesome age group.
Right.
And, this thing has permeated our society so much so that you are afraid. You don't know where to turn. Yes, we want to say thanks to AB for identifying errors, but we will also caution him and a team of officers that it is not just where the substances are that you are identifying. Sometimes it is where it comes from. How does this thing come into our society? That's one. What is the awareness to harm on our people, our children, the generation, our society as a whole? So it is not just going to the radio station, sitting with CMAG and, YouTube covering it,
right.
And everybody, oh yeah, he arrested, huge kick of drugs at certain place and what have you.
Right.
It goes beyond that. It goes beyond the awareness. It goes to a point where we need to understand what are causing the craving, what are leading to people wanting substances.
Right.
And
Mr. Zonim, I think at this point now you're talking about the sociological aspect of it, where people, right, we must understand from the sociological perspective what causes the craving for it.
Some of these things are mental,
right.
And and people are affected. And when they think they have nowhere to turn, they go for these things. So the government, like you said, yeah, excellent. It is very, very expensive. And people should not just take it as a blog. Go take George said. Okay, everybody will take George said, will make it as George said. No,
right.
It is not just that. It's way beyond that.
I agree.
I listened to a lawmaker, quickly saying something the other time, and it makes sense to me. We need to empower also the marine, the Navy, as we say. I mean, on sea, because most of these things come through the canoes.
Right.
People know now, okay, it is tight at the airport, it is tight at maybe the seaport through continuous and things, with the border lines, yes, it's tight there. So, okay, what do? We come through the canoe on sea and then go to one of these remote areas. As if we bring in fish and then the other fish bag. No. They fish here at my own fish. I carry it home. I got a bottle. You know what in it?
Okay.
Do you have DA posted to all of these places? So these are things we should think beyond.
Right.
And just leave the state center. It's not only the state center. I give you a large experience. Also, you need to go to these gold mines, these mining centers. Grand Crew, Grand Chile, go there. They are there. People are living on substances. Yes, the Nigerians. Yes, the Fulani. We need them. Research are informed us. We sometimes just like the thing didn't go in the country do nothing. No, not just them. Even if you have proof of them. So, thank you for this morning. And you talk about forest. I hope you go into the forest. I beg you.
Yeah, but follow.
Professional in that field.
Yeah, follow Forest Hour today. It's always on OKFM, 4 to 5 o'clock.
Thank you.
Every Thursday. Right. Thanks, Big Brother Adazunin. He's my personal person in whom I am well pleased. Let's hear you call us on those numbers: 07777 107, 07777 107, 07777 221
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
And good morning to peace-loving people of Mama Liberia. My name Aliyu Masalan Keita. I join you this morning from a comfortable resident, Peaceville, District Number 2.
Okay.
Thank you very much for this talking point this morning, and I'm really appreciate it. The fight against the drugs, I think, is a very serious fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to AB yesterday that when you say most of the DA were almost 60% were voluntary workers in the DA, I realized that was some of the weakening of the DA sector, because those guys, they were working in that sector voluntarily, and they taking bribe for those sellers, and at the same time, and one of the previous callers said that when the community people, they get a report, they get an intel, at the end of the day, their life and it can be threatened
exactly
by those guys, and they can be very doing things that any other person can get to get the information.
Right.
I think when the Ebikoma work on that sector, I think the fight of drugs, they will be very okay and engage the community people, and they should have had some specific number given to the community. Anybody, you see anybody do drug business in your community, this is intel, and your information will be protected, and you will be protected. Anything we're not going to show you, because that everybody set up this drug problem, but they don't know what to fight. They do not know what to take it from the community. Every community gets this problem. In our young people, 12 years, like him said, 12 years, 11 years, massacre. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I actually run right side of the street, and I see some speaking when they pass small boys, 12 years, 13 years. I think last time I saw he's sleeping, working. I said, but do you know he's fasting now? He's sleeping. He said, no. I did not know what I was sleeping.
Okay.
This is the thing.
Thank you, sir. Let's move on to.
The thing we are talking about. I was not sleeping.
Okay. Thanks for your contribution on the program this morning. Let's hear from this other person. Good morning. The thing about, I like to, go ahead.
Thank you, Mattia. Good morning to you also.
Good morning, sir.
This is Lawson Pine.
Mr. Pine, go ahead.
On District 8 this morning.
Go ahead.
In Monterrey. Thank you for the time given me. No, I listen to the media.
I gotta hold you there. I want to try to get to the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency, Colonel Abraham Kroma. This is Sky FM. Yesterday we took off time to follow him, to do that exceptional job. It wasn't easy. The exercise was really under the scorching sun. We were there. We went as far as Nuclear Town, all the way to the magisterial court there at the Tour Farm area. But Colonel Kroma is on the line. This is an impromptu call, but yes, we had to do so this morning to just get quick update. Thanks for joining us, sir. This is Matthias. Welcome to Sky FM, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, you sound tired. I know you should be. That was a tough day. But how did the entire exercise end?
Debrief. It's still ongoing. You gotta debrief the guys.
What is debrief?
Ask them questions so they can answer.
Right.
Regarding what they know, what they don't know, and so as to prepare a proper prosecutor summary, so you can get their names, the height, this, all those pertinent issues.
Right.
Pertinent information that they have. Once that is consummated, then you start to deal with the issue of the charges will also be included in that.
Right.
And as a result, when that summary goes to court, I mean, you've already charged them, and then to be remanded at the central prison.
Okay. There's this particular concern I have regarding this fellow who claimed that he's done his naturalization and that's original chipping. Do you intend to somebody, by the way, I had a conversation with someone and shared that there's a possibility that Mr. Abraham Kroma gets involved with in touch with the LRS to ascertain the citizenship of this man. What approach do you intend to carry out?
Indeed, yes. We're going to every foreign national there. We're going to contact the foreign ministry to authenticate that. The guy who said he was a Liberian, naturalized Liberian, we're going to follow up on his status, and then once we authenticate it, we treat everybody first as criminal, as suspects. Once we put the suspicious stuff together, then we start to deal with all the other intricacies and extraneous situation. Then at the end of the day, we come up with a befitting recommendation for the court.
Sir, is it true that you you've abandoned the head office of the Drug Enforcement Agency because it is not in good condition?
I don't know what you call abandon. That's a very strong word.
Yeah, strong indeed, and that's a call from the public. And I tried to just bring it so they can be satisfied with the response you're going to get. It just they in the context that the place is not in good use, and so you cannot use it at the moment. So you are wherever you're squatting, the information didn't come clearly. But I just want to tell us: are you using the head office of the Drug Enforcement Agency?
No, I'm not using that as an office right now.
Why?
But, because it's not conducive.
Okay, so abandon is a strong word. Can you find me?
Well, I don't know what is the best word to use. At this point in time, we do not have any interest in sitting. I mean, the place is. It's not the fact that the office itself is not befitting. The environment in which it's situated is also utterly awful. You can't go operate. You have to be able to breathe. You have to be able to breathe. You have to be able to have a conversation. You have to be able to eat. Basic thing like eating, you have to be able to do that in my office. If you can't eat in your own office, and if the suspect you have will not have a proper sanitary situation, they have rights. They have rights. Their fundamental human rights has to be respected. If that is not a class act, if that is not a classic way of trying to protect people, you can't bring people from the street and then put them in an area where they can't even use the bathroom. And besides that, you have to be seated in an area where the rights are protected, where people's rights are protected, where people found themselves making good good on other issues.
Mm.
But in this instant, it makes it difficult for us to actually, if you can be 10 feet away from the dump site.
Wow.
And then you be 10 feet away from the sewer depot, and you're expected to make that an office.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not prepared to do that. I have people to live for. In as much you want to be nationalistic and patriotic, we're not ready to go and put our health in harm's way because somebody said they want to be seated there. I don't know how the guys used to do, but my understanding is that it never went there. The place has always been there. The land managers have always gone there, and I feel bad for them, and I've already told them that I don't expect them to actually show up there at this level, and we'll be taking things up with the executive management very shortly.
So do you seek the relocation of the office, or you just going to refurbish it and
I'm sick. There's no way I can move the dump site there. There's no way I can ask MCC today and say move your dump site. I can't have water and sewer move the sewer depot from right 10 feet away from the office. I can't do that, and I feel bad for the residents, for the church, and
Right.
other people that are living right there. It's not a good condition.
No,
And I've called on the national government to see if we can find a way to take that place should be in an isolated area. When the sun is shining in those areas, in the dump site and the sewer place has a little bit of control. But if the dump site, if the sun is shining there, the fume from the odor will be coming towards you. And that's not good. Where everybody dump is placed, people got these things from all of the garbage everywhere.
That
it can be placed right in that place.
And that's a real good point there. And I just want to bring
That's a health hazard.
yeah, seriously. So yesterday during the raid, while I was doing the live, and having an interaction with you, I was looking at the comments as well. One of the comments that came in a lot of time from people is that your men were not using gloves and they never had masks on their faces, and so and so on. Did that happen as a result of the emergency, or it was just deliberate?
No, it was not deliberate, and yes, the movement of the time, I recognize that as well, and again, we needed all of these things has to be in place because the intelligence was sketchy at first. Once it became clear that this was the area, and there were need to make the bus. In that mood where you have to, we in a hot pursuit mood.
Yeah.
It's difficult to catch up on all of the ethical and technical issues. This is the first time the bus has started. We're now going to be preparing ourselves ahead of time again. Every logistical support now from the DEA is coming from my pocket. The meager resources I have to go into that. The one I should be taking for my kids and myself. We have to go into that to help to carry on this particular also nationalistic tax.
And so at the moment, you've not gotten any budgetary support yet, or so from government.
I think the couple percent. You know about the couple percent.
What is that?
Percent.
What is it?
What are you?
What are you?
How are you? You know percent.
I know what percent. You have to tell me. The public, if I know it, the public needs to know. So you just say as chief.
0 cent. I mean, we've not gotten 0. 0 cent. That's the least money back in the days. They used to call percent. That was, I don't know. I think that's mono or something. I think, well, percent is like 0. You got nothing.
Right. No, what I'm actually familiar with is 1 cent. 1 cent, I get it.
Okay, there's another one below 1 cent. That's not percent.
Yeah, that's percent. You're right. So you've not gotten that, but I'm sure government is going to come in. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chief. I mean, you.
But I like to take this. I just recognize the voice and recognize the contribution. I like to say thank you for your crew, for that urgent stuff, and I have to extend appreciation to my big brother T-Max, who I have to use his car yesterday to take his $50,000 car into that area, and we'd like to express our appreciation to him. And to the rest of the Liberians that showed up yesterday to cheer us, I know they were very happy that we had to do this. We'd like to say thank you and just give us a little patience. And this is the beginning of a lot of time. We're going to go after these guys on behalf of our people, on behalf of us. I also have people in my family that have drug problems. We're not doing it just for us alone. We're doing it for the rest of the Liberian people.
Exactly.
I'm very thankful to the intelligence gathering capability we have and the collection of these things. We want to be able to do that. And we are very, very, very thankful to God for guiding us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. He's the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency, Colonel Abraham Kroma, there, speaking to us on the program this morning. Let's continue with more interaction. I want to get to Emmanuel Gongwe briefly, and then just close up with you. But let me squeeze in one or two persons. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning, Matthias. My name is Banjo. I'm the co-chairman for the Nigerian Sharp Community.
Nigerian Sharp Community, where is that?
Ninja Estate Road. Where you have the Deputy Minister of Administration at where she lives. The Deputy Minister of Administration for Minister of State for President.
Go ahead, sir. Make your point, sir.
So let me say thanks for this morning, Matthias. And let me say thanks for the contribution yesterday because I found the reading for a very long time. I did extremely well. I saw you going up and down. So I know it was a healthy day yesterday. But let me say thanks to the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency and to AB Kroma, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my point here is because we have 15 counties. And in the 15 counties, you have people who sell drugs in the 15 counties. The youth in the 15 counties are spotting up on a daily basis. So my point here is that I wanted to ask, the DEA boss, what are some of the mechanisms put in place to make sure that because you're going to be all at the same time. So what are some of the things that will happen that you are raining in Masarauda County and other counties? How will it be like? Because in other countries, people are just wanting to carry on the operation because you're not be there too. So I wanted to hear from you. What are some of the things you intend to put in place to make sure that the rain go all the 15 counties?
Okay, thank you so much. And I'm very sure that this is a national exercise. But let's bring in Emmanuel Gongwe for 2-3 minutes. It's not a long interview. I just want to ask him, just a few questions and quickly. But this is just like I said, it's an impromptu call I placed to him to ask him a few questions. The conversation is going to extend. We're going to have more interactions with heads of agencies and ministries of government. The government is just kicking off. In fact, it is what the government is what 1 month old today. Today is the 22nd of February, and the 22nd of January the government came to power. Let's hear from Emmanuel Gongwe. Emmanuel Gongwe, good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Matthias, and good morning, fellow citizens.
Good morning. Well, many people may not celebrate you now, but I call you this morning not to do the usual interview, but to give you your flowers while you're still alive. My respect to you, brother, it's increased. If I had respect to you, at 50%, it's grown to 75 or maybe 80%. Thank you so much. You did exceptionally well by standing up for your people, standing up for your friends in the EFFL and saying, listen, I am a father. I can go to bed hungry and wake up in the morning, still have to go to work. But if my children eat, the house will be happy. Welcome. But by the way, talking about sacrificing, people may not know. By the way, Emmanuel Gongwe did not reject his nomination from the president disrespectfully, but however, he went back to negotiate. He said, when we came here to have a conversation with the Minister of State, we set up a few things. Say, for example, Emmanuel was to be Minister of State, for example, or this other person was to be deputy and so on. But in that process, I was nominated as Deputy Minister for Manpower Development at Ministry of Labor. He said, no, but somebody was to be in this area. This is not what we settled for. You should have given me this other one. So what you gave me belongs to one of my members. Emmanuel, what came over you to decide to go back to the Ministry of State and have a conversation regarding this? You already have a job. If it were some people, whether they made a minister proper, director or whatever, but once they get a nomination from the president, they would take it. Why didn't you just take it and move on? And the other guys can fend for themselves.
Matthias, I continue to say that I did not join politics throughout my life because I wanted to be rich. I joined politics because my heart is heavy and continuing to be heavier. I traveled a lot. What I see in other countries is not what I'm seeing in Liberia. The way people do politics in Liberia, the other day I wrote something on my page and perhaps people did not take notice of it. I said, the Liberian people are loved and cherished by politicians during the elections period. They are hated immediately after the elections. Go to the various political party headquarters today and see whether you will see one single human being there. All the politicians put in their party in the suitcases and they're gone. Some of them now, the political leaders are more concerned about themselves, what they can get than what their members can get. We went and had a conversation with His Excellency the President. The President assured us, and we were guaranteed of some appointments in government. We accepted the President's proposal to work in his government to help our country. It's an honor to serve the country. And any beginning politician will want to serve in government and see government bureaucracy and see what kinds of reform they can introduce. So on the account of that, the President said, for now, EFFL, I will make 3 appointments in the EFFL. And we agreed on areas. The national chairman was to be appointed Deputy Minister for Labor and Manpower Development. The Vice Chair Prince was to be appointed Deputy Managing Director for Administration at the National Housing Authority. And I was going to be appointed elsewhere.
Which you do not want to disclose at the moment.
Which I do not want to disclose at the moment.
Okay.
Because I want to honor and respect the presidency. So when the appointment came out, I saw my name on the list of the Ministry of Public Work, which were wrong.
Is that Public Works or Labor?
Labor. I saw my name to Labor Ministry, which were wrong. And then I realized that the Vice Chair name was omitted on the list completely. It was not even considered for any position.
Something that you all agree upon.
Something we all agreed upon. So when I woke up in the morning and saw people congratulating me and saw my name on the list of Ministry of Labor, I took the Vice Chair and all the leaders of the party. I took the national chairman. We went to the executive mansion and I said, then look, I'm not rejecting the president's decision to appoint me. But this is not what we agreed upon. What we agreed upon is contrary from what I'm saying. Please rectify the mistake. Get the chairman to go back to his position as deputy minister as agreed, even though I don't have a job now. But I appreciate the fact that we agreed on something, and what we agreed on should be implemented. So the people at the Ministry of State, they were amazed that a young man like me would not have a job, but I'm pushing for an appointment list that was made by the president. The mistake on it should be rectified, and those who deserve the job should be given the job. As a political leader, I can always wait. In the future, even if the president don't appoint me now, in the future he could make that consideration.
So you wouldn't mind at the moment if the president withdraws your nomination and appoints your vice chair, and then you remain vacant, because I'm very sure the area that you should have been appointed, someone has been appointed there already.
Yeah, somebody's already been appointed. In fact, there were attempts to recall that person, and I said to the people at the Minister of State, the people appointed in that position, they are all Unity Party people. It is their government. It is a party that we help to come to power. Please do not tamper with them. Allow them to remain in their position. Government is big. I will sit down. Not all the 22 players on the field start the game together.
Right.
Some people come from the bench to score goals, and the coach admire them. So I can sit down on the bench for some time. But get the people who deserve the job, whose names were written and letter was signed, allow them to take their job. So that it doesn't appear that Emmanuel Gongwa is so desperate for job, everything is all about him. No.
So where is this? So where is this arrangement now? How is it now? How is the arrangement? I mean,
well, I left at the Ministry of State, and a letter was written, to reconsider the nomination. So my withdrawal will be done, and the chairman will be reappointed to Labor. the vice chair will be reappointed to National Housing Authority, and I will sit on the bench.
Emmanuel Gongwe. Well, bro, I mean, look, this morning, what day is today? Thursday. I am experiencing financial malaria, but I would have taken you for lunch. I mean, you deserve it, bro. I mean, I just don't have any other question to ask you. But thank you so much, Emmanuel. I just thought to put this information out there in the public. By the way, when Emmanuel founded the EFFL, I think it was less than a year old. He called me up, and Chukon, it was Chukon, Wepu, and I, we started the coverage, and yeah, we are partners to the EFFL. I can say that we're partners, and we're not afraid to criticize the EFFL when it does wrong. But for this one, he deserves to be celebrated. Congratulations, Emmanuel.
Thank you so much, brother.
We're going to expand this. We're going to expand the conversation. But at the moment, I just thought to let the public know that while some of you may be all over there just craving for jobs, someone somewhere is saying, let another person have it. I'll wait. That's leadership. Thank you, Emmanuel.
Thank you so much.
Right. He's Emmanuel Gongwe of the Economic Freedom Fighters of Liberia. I'm not taking any more calls. Let me see. I can recognize still few people on the line here on the social media. You people have done well to come and watch the live feed. And then you must just see Montgomery and Sebastian Thompson. Good morning. I've been a long time. Haven't seen you, my friend. Victoria Blamo Copos, good morning. And Sumana, Sumana says this kind of watch. The sound is very loud. Yes, when Harry said good morning, wait on. Have to come.